Yo,
Hey, we live.
what's good, my guy?
What's up, B Hill? You good?
Man, I'm always good, man. Had a long day at work today. I got inventory coming up at work next week. Got off work, went and got me some Chick-fil-A, took a shower. Now I'm ready to kind of sit here and talk a little college ball with you, my guy.
There's something in those chicken sandwiches, I swear.
Oh, they're special. They're special.
Yeah, they are. Special like this week 7, man. Week 7 of college football is upon us. House divided. We're here to talk about it. My name is Corey Hilliard. The man next to me, Brandon Hill. If you've been here before, you know what it is. If it's your first time, Mikasa Sukasa, B Hill's going to talk to you, and then we're going to jump right on into this thing.
Guys, just real quick, we're just going to do a little bit of housekeeping around here. If you don't mind, just tap the subscribe button, smash that notification bell. There's that thumbs up button. That helps us with the algorithm, gets our content out there so more people can view us. Also, too, drop down there in the comments. We always want to hear from you guys. And last but not least, though, share our content for us if you don't mind. Put it on your Twitter, put it on Instagram, put it on TikTok, all the major media platforms. Just go ahead and share our stuff so even more people can view our content. So that's all about that. Let's get into this, Corey.
Let's take a deep dive.
As you alluded to, there is some pretty damn good matchups if you're a college football fan this weekend. And before we get started, my Oklahoma Sooners sitting at number 5 is just, and we're on our bye. We're just kind of relaxing. It is so nice. It is so nice. Just so nice. This game right here, though, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
This is a game. I will be watching this one.
How can you not be? I'll say this to start off with. The quarterback play in this one is going to be phenomenal. If you're just looking at the stats, right off the bat, Bo Nix, 15 touchdowns, 1 interception. Michael Penix Jr., 16 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, they got both running 2 good running backs. The predictor, which me and you means nothing, favors Oregon, right? But if you look at, and here's what I'm interested in. See, I always talk about defense. Who's got the stronger defense? And it looks so far like Oregon's playing with a stronger defense. Yards allowed 153 to 243 for Washington. Rush yards 102 to 121. But let's look at the last 5, B Hill, because that really, to me, tells a story about where these two teams are. Washington last played Arizona, Cal, Mississippi State, Tulsa, Boise State. The most they've given up is 32. I mean, they're blowing teams out, except for this Arizona game, which Arizona gave USC a scare. So if we can stop for a minute, because everybody was all up on USC last week for going to 3 overtimes with Arizona, right? Is that fair? Was everybody not criticizing USC for that?
Did you see that?
Did I see what?
Can we take a second and make fun of how West Virginia got Dana'd by Dana? I'm assuming that means that Houston beat West Virginia today.
Oh, did they?
I'm assuming that's what that means.
Oh, should we back out and look at it?
That wasn't a rank. Yeah, back out of here real quick. Go back here and look and just see if you can see it on the scoreboard. You got to get out of top 25, though.
I got to get out of all of this?
Go to standings.
You want me where am I going?
Go to standings.
Standings. And who took the L? West Virginia?
Click on West Virginia. Yep, click on them. What they talking about? Oh, my God, they lost.
Oh, was that tonight?
Click on that. Click on that box.
Whoa. Can we watch this live?
It's on a great block.
We sure can.
And we're back at the Sullivan House.
A little live. 7 minutes ago, Houston beat West Virginia. 4th down, touchdown miracle with a Hail Mary to steal the win.
Geico.
Are you serious?
Wow. Get off of him.
So West Virginia scored. That was with 12 seconds left.
Wow.
Wow.
And then they got
lost this
beat.
game.
And then they lost. Steven said last second TD. Stop it. They got beat like that. That hurts.
Well, there's more to come. So that came with about that touchdown. He crossed at 12. That's a nice little play set up.
Oh, yeah, that was nice. That was cute. Go fast. Fast forward in that thing.
No, well, shoot. Let's hold on.
I'm done watching that over and over again. Bro, what?
Okay, hold on. All right, here we go.
Oh my God.
3 seconds left. 39, 35.
Oh my Lord, have mercy. Oh, that man caught that.
No way.
Oh, what a way to lose.
Wow.
What a way to lose a game.
Wow.
Wow. That's insane. You know what? Shout out to Houston for that.
Houston does this, man. They play tough with and now that they're in the Big 12, they can't be slept on anymore. That hurts for West Virginia, bro, because they were undefeated in the conference. That'll put them at 3-0. They'd have kept pace with you guys.
Man, ain't nobody keeping pace with us, man. We are the standard.
Oh, shut your mouth, man. I'm so here. I gave you guys props, and all you've just become so annoying with it.
It's just truth. Tell him. Steven, tell this man over here. Steven in the comments.
Oh, my gosh.
He'll tell you what it is, Okie Light.
Oh, my gosh. Here we go. Back to this game.
Yep.
So who are you picking here? All right, it's two heavyweights. So we can go through all the stats all we want.
What's the spread on this?
The spread we're looking at. They're not showing it.
What?
Here it is. Washington 3.
At Washington?
Mm-hmm.
Give me Oregon. I
like
the
Oregon,
Ducks.
huh?
I like the Ducks in this one.
I'm going UW. I'm going to ride with Michael Penix Jr.
That's fair.
It's a really even matchup, man. This is hard to call.
It's tough. It really is because both these teams are good. I'm just going to lean more towards the side of a Dan Lanning-led team. I mean, you just brought it up whenever you were talking about the game, the yards allowed. I mean, look at that defense. That's pretty damn good defense, only giving up 255 yards. I'm just saying. Yeah. When you combine all that. So I'm looking at those type of things, and I think Oregon recruits just a little bit better than Washington. And in these type of games, those type of things matter.
Yeah. Now, Washington did beat them last year in Oregon, so that is a little bit of revenge factor for the Oregon Ducks.
That's real.
Yeah, so they'll be the hungrier team. While this is up, let's go ahead and talk about it. Okie Light or Okie State, my alma mater, going up against the Kansas Jayhawks, sitting at 2-1 in the conference, 5-1 overall. I want to say they're only a 3-point favorite. There you go, 3-point favorite on the road against Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State coming off the big win last week against Kansas State, where they were 11-point home underdogs. You can see what KU did last week, a thumping of UCF. Held tight against Texas for a little bit 2 weeks ago, but they got a win against BYU. They beat Illinois. They beat Nevada. So, hey, this is a different Kansas team, man. Let's just be honest about it. This is a totally different team. It's not your ordinary Kansas football. They hit the transfer portal. They gotten some dudes in there that can really play, and they're sitting at 5-1. Keep a long story short, I'm going to take my Cowboys by 3. I think there's a little bit of revenge factor for us there, too, from last year for the way they beat us last year. So I think we keep this momentum going. We just beat the defending Big 12 champs last week at home. Why not come back and get the other Kansas team? What say you?
Ooh, that's bold. That's really bold is what I say to me.
Is it really?
It really
against Kansas State last week, and we beat them. by a touchdown.
Kansas State ain't better than Kansas. Which quarterback's playing? Are y'all going to play Bean or you're all going to play Jalen Daniels? You
I
heard
don't
anything
know.
on that?
I have not heard anything on that.
If y'all play against Daniels, you're losing.
Okay.
You heard me?
Yeah, I heard you. That's fine. They said we were supposed to lose last week.
Kansas might have the quarterback issues on Saturday, who has missed part. He doesn't expect to see Daniels. Well, Gundy doesn't expect to see him, but that doesn't mean anything.
That doesn't mean that
What
damn thing.
what does that matter? Man,
Who you picking? Who you picking?
Man.
Go ahead and say Kansas.
I'm just
Go ahead and say it, bro. You know you want to say it. Just go ahead and say it.
This is one of those ultimate. No, just here's the thing, and Steven alluded to it in the chat right here. That's why I want Kansas to beat y'all, because OU needs another top 25 win, and if Kansas beats you guys, they're going to stay in the top 25.
Oh, that's fine. They won't get it this week.
Give me Kansas, and give me Kansas to cover that -3 spread too.
That's cool. You and Steven can kick rocks.
Yeah,
I can't wait to talk to y'all next week about how we beat Kansas.
That's fine. That's fine.
Here's another one.
This game right here, something just a fun fact for you, Corey. This is supposed to be a rainy, windy, cold, little chilly game over there in South Bend. You know what I'm saying? It's a Saturday night. I'm just saying this is the type of game that doesn't really play into the hands of a USC.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
You know, this is an ultimate trap game if I've ever seen one. And for them to be ranked number 10 in the nation, undefeated, and to be underdogs. That just goes to show you, my friend, that Oklahoma's in a better position now than what we were when we had Lincoln Riley.
I knew you were going to bring this back to Oklahoma. I knew it. But look at this. This is why I'm picking Notre Dame. I get it, but can we stick to the game instead of talking about your Sooners? This is why I am high on Notre Dame in this game. The 33-20 loss last week, and it really wasn't even that close. It was like really a 33-10, 13 game. Notre Dame's going to be highly motivated. They were embarrassed on national TV last week. You got to think there's going to be a motivation factor for them to come out and put a good foot forward. And on top of that, it's against the USC Trojans, which is a big rivalry game for Notre Dame at home. You talked about the weather. It's going to be a little bit nasty. That does not bode well for Caleb Williams and that offense. They don't play good defense as it is. I see Notre Dame slowing this game down, really being able to rush the ball. Give me Notre Dame.
Whoa. You know, it's not easy, though, to sit here and just pick against USC. Like, if this was on a neutral field and it was sunny skies and weather was perfect, I'd probably pick USC to beat Notre Dame in this game, just to be completely honest with you. Because Caleb Williams is that type of player to where I think that he can, like, change the outcome for any team or any game.
No doubt.
This game, though, right here at Notre Dame, everybody's picking Notre Dame. Everybody thinks that they're going to win. Give me USC in this one. Give me USC to win a close game. It'll be a tight game down to the end. I just think that I'm going to believe in like a Caleb Williams type of player, man. Like even last week against Arizona, yes, the defense played like absolute trash. You know what I'm saying? Same issues as whenever Lincoln Riley was at Oklahoma. I mean, let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
So he basically played terrible in that part of that first half. In the third quarter, I think Caleb Williams only had like 7 passes completed. By the third quarter, Corey.
They were down 17-0.
So, but at the end of the day, he flipped that switch, he turned it on, and he won the game for his team. That's what Heisman Trophy winners do. So that's ultimately why I'm going to pick USC in this game, is just because of the most important position on the field is the quarterback position, and they have Caleb Williams, the best player in college football, hands down. It's not even close.
That's fair. I mean, I can't knock the pick. I just think Notre Dame's going to be able to exploit some
And
of the same things
I'm not a
Arizona did.
USC fan. I'm not a USC fan out here. I'm
We
just
know.
giving a
We
realistic
know.
pick. Just letting it be known. I don't hate Caleb Williams, though.
I know
That's
you
a
don't.
fact. I don't
Even
hate
though
him.
he left OU high and dry, played in the
That's
bowl
fine.
game and still left.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
All right. Look at this one. We got an ACC top 25 matchup. This one's crazy because this should not be a 4-1 team. This should be a 5-0 team. If you haven't seen anything, Miami should be.
North Carolina's going to dust Miami in this game.
You think so?
Give you absolutely.
I'm really interested in see how Miami bounces back from not taking that knee and just winning the game.
What's that receiver's name? Tez Walker?
For UNC? Yeah, he's
Walker.
eligible.
He's nasty. He played last week. He's nasty. They got Drake May. I think that Miami's a fraudulent team.
Really?
I do.
Okay.
I mean, that loss to Georgia Tech was just fraudulent. That was very, very fraudulent.
Well, they should have won the game. Did you see how that ended?
I do, but they didn't. They lost. It's a loss.
And how about Mac Brown sitting here with the Tar Heels at 5-0, number 12 in the country?
I've said this many times, Corey. Mac Brown is the coach that got away from Texas. Texas should have never got rid of. They ain't never been the same since Mac Brown was there.
Did they push him out, or did he leave on his own accord?
I want to say kind of got pushed out the back door.
Wow.
It was like some kind of I can't speak on that one way or another. I'm not a Texas fan and I'm not a Texas follower, but just from the outside perspective looking in, I think that old Mac Brown's done a hell of a job over there at North Carolina.
I'd say so.
But yeah, give me North Carolina by at least 2 scores in this game. Easily.
I like North Carolina by 2 scores. It's going to be cool to see this. We saw a Duke night game earlier this year. We're going to get to see a Duke, North Carolina. I mean, not Duke, Miami, North Carolina at night. You really don't see too many night games in that stadium. ABC. So this is a cool spot for North Carolina, man. It'll be cool to see how that stadium looks at night playing against a top 25 opponent for sure.
Absolutely.
But I will definitely take UNC as well.
Absolutely. Got to.
Last one on the books here, another top 25 matchup. Now, before going into the year, B-Hill, we talked about how strong the Pac-12 was and how, throughout the season they were going to eat themselves alive, right?
Right.
They were going to beat up on each other. Well, Oregon State already has a win over Utah, who's a 2-time defending conference champions. UCLA has a loss against Washington State, who's in the top 25. So here they both sit. Oregon's 2-1 in the conference. UCLA is 1-1. 18 versus 15. Oh man, this is going to be at Fox, 7 p.m. nighttime game in Corvallis. Who do you got? What do you think about this one?
Whoa. Talk a little bit more about this game. Let's talk about this defense. This is tough. This was tough. Scrolling down here, let's see what their total yards given up, everything else. UCLA's got the more stiffer defense is what it looks like to me. Dante Moore, though, from some of the games that I've seen, there's some kind of a little bit of inconsistency there. Their one loss was to Utah, and they absolutely didn't do anything but score 7 points in that game, Corey. So, I mean, one thing that Oregon State has been doing this year, DJ Uyunglele is an absolute baller. He's been doing his thing for them. He's kind of had like a little resurgence with Oregon State. And to see what he's doing there at Oregon State and to see the way that Clemson looks this year, it's kind of like a little funny thing to look at, if you don't mind me saying. I mean, So all that, what's the spread on this? I'd be interested to see what Vegas thinks. Okay, so we're minus 3.5.
That's what I would have it. I'd say this. They both played Utah. Oregon State beat Utah, right? UCLA lost to Utah. They both played Washington State. UCLA beat Washington State, and Oregon State lost to Washington State. So they both have two common opponents.
That game against Washington State was a close loss too. Did you see that? Did you see that loss? It was crazy. But no, give me Oregon State, and give me Oregon State
Oregon
to
State
cover.
too.
I got them to cover that too. So
I think I just think offensively they'll be better. You know what I mean? I don't know if UCLA is going to be able to put up enough points to stick with them.
And ain't that a crazy thing to say that a UCLA team led by Chip Kelly, you're worried about them putting up enough points? What's he doing? What's he doing?
I think there's just a talent gap there, man. They just don't have the horses. I mean, you lose DTR from last year. You lost Charbonnet, who's I forget what NFL team he's on. I think he's with the Seahawks. I mean, they lost a lot of talent off that team, bro. I mean,
right.
So they're just trying to replace it, and they haven't found their groove yet. But with that being said, they beat Washington State, who beat Oregon State, but they lost to Utah, who lost to Oregon State. So I don't know, man. I tend to side with Oregon State. It's at home for them, night game. I think they have the stronger offense. I think they got the better quarterback.
What is it, Corvallis?
Corvallis, Oregon. Yep. Yes, sir.
They're gonna win.
You think so?
Yep.
All right. Well, that's it, man. That was a quick little rundown. We don't want to take too much time, but we just wanted to give our thoughts on what's coming up. Here in this week 7, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Pull up the rankings. Let's take a look at these rankings real quick. Give me the top 20. Give me the AP coaches. AP. Yep, right here. So, I want to make an argument here. Can I make an argument?
Sure, go for it.
Oklahoma should be higher than 5. Yeah. They
Over
should.
Who?
They have the best win all season.
Well, I'm not going to argue that, but
I'm taking Oklahoma over everybody but Georgia. I hope and pray that we can get a first-round matchup against Michigan in the playoffs.
I will say this: I think you guys should be rated higher than Ohio State.
Yeah, because that Notre Dame win is weak.
Yeah, I mean they did lose some to Louisville last week. Now Louisville's undefeated, so it's not a completely. It's not like Notre Dame lost to some scrubs.
It's weak, bro. It's weak.
Louisville's sitting here at 14.
Bro, we literally pulled up and beat the number 3 team in the nation.
I know. I get it.
So nobody else above it, not even Georgia has that on their resume right now, my guy. Nobody has that. So, but I'm giving Georgia the number 1 spot until somebody proves otherwise.
I find it interesting that y'all didn't get not one number 1 vote, though.
That's fine. That's fine.
But you jumped up 7 spots. You leapfrogged Alabama, USC,
as we
Washington,
should,
Oregon, Penn State.
As we should have. And we should have leapfrogged Florida State and Ohio State too.
I'd agree with that. I wouldn't have a problem with y'all being at 3. I wouldn't.
Well, that's what it should be.
Yeah.
But we're on a bye this week, so you just wait. We're gonna get dropped to like 6. Watch for not playing. They're gonna drop us to 6.
No, they won't drop y'all. Y'all still have the best win. Nothing's gonna change win-wise. And plus, a lot of these teams only have 5 wins, right?
You
so
get an Oregon or a Washington. Whoever wins that game is gonna move up to 5, and they'll push us back to 6. Watch. Mark my words.
I can see that. I can see that.
Mark my words. They're gonna do that. That's fine. Which is fine. That's weak though.
I can see that though.
I don't know, man. That's my only thing. Texas.
That's your only right.
Texas being there at number 9 is about right. Texas is still one of the more talented teams in the nation, man. I can't take nothing away from them guys. That was an absolute battle. Alabama keeps surprising me, Corey.
They're hanging in there, man. They're
Like,
hanging in there.
like
I don't think
what
they're going to
is
lose another game. I really don't see where they
pull
lose again.
pull up their schedule. Let's look at this. I'm interested. It's intriguing to look at. So Arkansas, Tennessee, LSU, Kentucky, Chattanooga, and then Auburn.
Their only
Don't,
loss to me would come against LSU or Kentucky.
don't sleep on that at Auburn game at the end of the season.
Well,
Auburn
that's
gave a
always
team
a
like
tough one,
Georgia
too.
problems.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
a tough
mean?
one.
So everything else. So we'll
For
see.
them, it's all about the growth of Jalen Milroe. Like, as he goes, that team's gonna go, right? If he improves as a passer every week and gets better and better and better, they'll get better. If he has a stinker of a game, they can absolutely lose one of those.
No, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Still seeing Duke there at number 17. Notre Dame. I mean, there's not really any teams outside of here. Is there any teams from 11 to 25 where you're like, keep your eye on them?
No, because they all have a loss.
Maybe Louisville.
Louisville, yeah,
They're
Louisville's the
intriguing.
only one. Yeah.
Louisville's definitely intriguing. For sure,
Well,
100%.
Let's look at their schedule, see what they got.
I think
to
they got
finish the year
Florida
out.
State coming up, don't they? No, they don't
Ooh.
play Florida State.
So
But
they get Pitt, then they get Duke in 2 weeks. That's
scroll
going to be
over
a
there.
huge matchup.
Scroll over there, look at the full standings in the ACC. How does that break down? Like, will they play against, like, it's Louisville, Florida State, but, like, are they in different brackets?
No, so ACC went divisionless
Is it like the
this
Big
year.
12? Okay, so it's like the Big 12 then, the top two teams. So I would love to see a Louis. Look at that. Look at that up there at the top 3 teams. You got Louisville, Florida State, and North Carolina.
Yeah.
That's 3 good football teams right there in the ACC court. And then even with Clemson down there at 4-2, they're still a respectable program to where Clemson can knock off a Louisville, or they don't play them, but they can knock off like a North Carolina if they played them, things like that type of stuff, and make some noise over there. Yeah. So it's I don't know. It's interesting.
It's going to be a tight race. It's going to be a tight race. Obviously, Florida State sitting at number 4.
I got North Carolina. Louisville winning out, Corey.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That Duke game's going to be tough.
Nah,
they should be able to beat Duke at home.
They don't have the quarterback.
Who, Duke?
Duke don't have the quarterback. That quarterback got hurt.
Oh, man. Well, then they're going to lose that one.
That's what I'm saying.
It's really going to come down to Kentucky. Kentucky's got a good team, man. I mean, they hadn't lost until they
just got blown out by Georgia.
It's Georgia, bro. Who ain't been blown out by Georgia?
50-13, though, man.
Bro, it's Georgia.
But you can't just sit here and tell me that they're a good team after they just got blown out 50-13.
It's Georgia.
Was TCU a good team last year?
They made it to the national championship
and got their ass straight smoked on too.
Man, they made it to the national championship. They beat your Sooners, so I mean,
I bet they don't beat us this year.
I don't think y'all played them this year. Y'all do.
Yeah, we do. It's the last game of the season.
Yeah,
Friday. It's going to be a Friday night.
Yeah,
buddy.
That Michigan-Ohio State game. If Ohio State beats Penn State, that Michigan-Ohio State game is going to be for a lot coming up. It's still early. So much football left, man. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, there's a lot. All them teams play each other too.
Yeah, half of these teams are going to get upset. You know what I mean? Either one of these is going to take an L. Florida State might take an L. They got a tough schedule left. One of these two is for sure going to lose. You don't know what's going to happen with USC this weekend against Notre Dame. Alabama, like you said, they got the Iron Bowl and a bunch of other games left that they can lose against LSU or Tennessee. Man.
Crazy. LSU, I'm not so sure I wouldn't pick an LSU against Alabama.
I wouldn't be against it.
With a Jaden Daniels at quarterback over Jalen
No,
Milroe?
that's a team that traditionally plays Alabama. It's tough, right? They
Absolutely.
similarly have the same kind of athlete.
Absolutely.
So that's going to be a tough game.
Absolutely it is. Absolutely. But, hey, doesn't matter. Bama's number 11. Nobody cares about them this year, man. They're you know what I mean? Chill.
Hold on. Let me pull it back up. Is there talk about Bama?
What?
Hold on. He said only one team has an easy path now to playoff, and it's us Sooners. That's facts. Y'all got the easiest damn path. It don't get any easier than that. I'll share my screen again, and we can go look at the schedule. But golly, man, y'all got an easy ass path.
We handled our business, though.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, look, all you got to do is beat UCF, who just got the doors blown off them by Kansas. You got to go at Kansas. I don't know. You should win that one. You should win this one.
Stop it.
Right? You should win Bedlam. You should beat West Virginia, and you should beat BYU. And
BYU to me is okay.
I don't know why that game scares you so much.
It's just weird. Altitude, everything, man. It's just weird. It's different. It's different. I'm telling you, it's different.
But nobody on that schedule scares me.
You're vaping on the show,
my
God.
I forgot. My bad. That was just habit. Damn.
I ain't mad at
I felt like we were not live anymore.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that.
No, we don't do it. This is PG rated on here. No, but man, hey, it does. Steven is not lying.
What did he say? DG
will destroy UCF.
Oh, they've been talking shit to him?
That's his old school.
I know, but I wouldn't be saying anything about him.
He's about to dump. Dylan Gabriel. Excuse me. Heisman. Oklahoma. Let me play this scenario out. Oklahoma wins out. Dylan Gabriel has about 40 passing touchdowns, about 8 to 10 rushing touchdowns, and he has at least 800 to 1,000 rushing yards and about 4,500 passing yards. Does he win the Heisman?
It depends on what Caleb Williams does and what Michael Penix Jr. does. To me, that's a 3-man race right now between those three. You got to see what Caleb Williams does. He's already won it once, right? He's the incumbent. And you got to see what Penix does. Penix is balling, man.
But if you have if this happens, you have Caleb Williams that would ball out in that game against Penix, right? Let's just say the USC beats him if they played.
Yeah.
You would have Penix then that would drop down a little bit. Caleb Williams has another game, say against a Utah or against whoever, and has a bad game. And then Dylan Gabriel, all he does all year long is just steadily just keep putting up great performances.
I don't know, man. That's hard to say because, correct me if I'm wrong, USC lost to Utah in the Pac-12 championship
I can
last
dig
year,
this.
And they still gave it to Caleb.
I dig this 100% from Steven right here. Don't give me Heisman, give me a natty.
Give me a natty.
100%. I agree with you 100%, my guy.
I think.
Steven, hey, we got to give a shout out to Steven. We always do this. Steven and Matt both. But man, Steven, Matt, you guys leaving the comments that you guys do on our videos, helping us out on this thing. We really, really, really do appreciate y'all for that, man, because y'all are coming on here and you're just listening to us. We don't have all the subscriber, anything else. So
yeah,
we're just trying to get this thing growing, and people like you help us with that. And you guys, as our fans, you guys keep us coming on here. Like, this is why we like doing these lives. We like seeing you guys over there commenting on our videos. Like, This is
Real
what we're
talk.
doing it for. We
Real
have
talk.
we have full-time jobs. We love talking sports together. But here's the thing: if this could become our full-time job, that's the ultimate dream right there. That's
Dude,
the
yeah.
ultimate dream.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. I'm sorry I got on a little soapbox there, but
nah, you're right,
I,
man. I mean, last year this time we were just talking about doing it, and then we were like, why not? And then I went and got a Mac computer, and then we just started shooting videos. And to have people actually
129.
watching our videos it's crazy right now, man.
Yeah,
So,
even if it's just like 15 to 20 views, it's like that's something. We're
yeah.
gonna make it regardless. Here's the thing: the people that are with us right now, like Matt and Steven, I can tell you right now, when we make it and we're doing our thing, Matt and Steven are gonna get you're gonna get some free game tickets to games, stuff like that. Whenever we have money and we're able to do stuff like that.
Hell yeah,
Because
definitely.
we're going to show these guys some love because all they've done is show us some love. So that's
Definitely
all
some
that
good
it is.
ones.
That's all that it is. So
Before we close this out, traditionally what happens be every year a team comes back from right around the 15 to 10 mark halfway through the season, and they wind up making the CFP, right? Anybody you see from 9 down that you think has a legit shot at making the college football playoff?
ooh. From 9, you can include 9 in that.
Yep.
Texas.
Other than Texas and Alabama. So take 9 and 11 out the equation, and the USC. Let's go 12. Let's go like 12
I
and
don't
19.
I don't think USC is that much of a damn given.
Well, no, they
USC
got
is
a
not
hard
no
path.
given.
If you look at their schedule, they got a hard ass path. Look at that. That's not the path you want, brother. Notre Dame at 21, Utah at 16. Cal, that'll be a win. 7 Washington, 8 Oregon, 18 UCLA. Now, if they run the table and win this, they'll for sure be in there, bro. You can't keep them out. If they reel out 5 top 25 wins in the last 6 weeks, but can we both agree that's not going to happen?
Man, that's tough.
You don't see them winning all of those games, right?
No, I don't. But if they did, it wouldn't shock me. I'm not picking them. I'm just saying, dude, Caleb Williams is that type of talent, man. He's that type of talent. He's that type of talent that he can beat them average Joes. Guys that are like 3 and 4 stars that try to play with those 5s. Caleb Williams will rip their heart out of them, my guy. That's a bad mamma jamma. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
But I don't know. Like I told you, man, I see 2 to 3 losses for USC this year. I said that on a show previous. So USC's North Carolina, I like them. They're an intriguing team to me. And Louisville, just because of their schedule. But you look at Notre Dame. Look at North Carolina's schedule. That's cake, man. They're winning out.
That is cake.
They're winning out.
Yeah.
With Drake May, they're winning out. They're winning out. So they're a team that can get up in. Okay, so then you look at that. Now go to Louisville's schedule. You got North Carolina and Louisville winning out with Florida State. They're winning out.
Yeah, it's definitely in the cards. Like we already looked at this. I think the hardest game for them is going to be Kentucky, and you poo-poo Kentucky.
They're not that good.
But if you go to Florida State, that's cake too.
That at Florida game is not cake.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think it is. I think
Utah beat Florida, man.
I appreciate that, but Utah's a well-coached team now. Let's be real.
Bro, Florida is not that. Florida is not that team.
I'm not saying they're going to beat them. I'm just saying don't sleep on it.
I'm going to sleep on it.
That's fine. That's
I'm
fine.
sleeping on that one, brother. They are not. I don't see that happening.
Pulling up in there to Gainesville is no joke.
This is the team to me you got to be careful about because they're just sitting in the weeds.
No, they're
They're at number
nasty.
6.
And they got
Nobody's really
Ohio
talking
State.
about them.
Well, they're going
And
to get a
Michigan.
chance. They're going to get a chance to get talked about.
Yep.
They win that game at Ohio State, and then they turn around and beat Michigan at home. Everybody will be talking about Penn State. If I'm not mistaken, was Penn State not your Big Ten pick in the regular before preview?
It was.
That's kind of what I thought. So good call on that
It
one so
was.
far, Corey. It's
Well, they hadn't really played anybody. I mean, look, their schedule so far has been pretty weak. I just knew that they're going to have a chance in this game, Ohio State and Michigan, because their defense is much improved, and they probably got the best running back room in the country.
I would agree with that. One of them for sure.
Defense and run game will win you a lot of games. So
them
they'll
or
be in both of those
Michigan,
games.
them or Michigan have the better run game. Like the Big Ten, those top 3 teams really, because even Ohio State with Travion Henderson back there, like all 3 of those teams have very good running backs.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So you got Michigan, Ohio State, and because Corum's over there at Michigan, so like let's keep it real.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. That's going to be very intriguing coming up. It really is. It's going to be interesting to see how all this shakes out. And trying to figure out a top 4 out of all that. Like, imagine if all of the crazy scenario happens, everybody just wins. I mean, you're going to have some of these teams that are going to eliminate themselves just because they play.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
All right, man. I think that's it.
That does it. That about do it. What's that? What's this? Stutzman's. Are you talking about Stutzman's quote as far as Texas fears God or Oklahoma fears God and Texas fears Oklahoma? Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. I have seen it. Hey, Steven, I'm getting one of those shirts, my guy, and I'm gonna have it and I'm gonna wear that. The one with the cigar to where it says that on the back, I'm getting one. I scanned the QR code today and I ordered it. It's good. And then also, too, for basketball season coming up here, Corey, I'm about to have that AR-15, baby.
Oh, yeah, Reeves?
Oh, yeah. I already told you. Yeah. I told you whenever he re-signed that I was going to get one. I told you
I think I'm going to have to get me a Drew Holiday or Porzingis jersey just to offset that.
Man, y'all are looking scary.
Yeah, brother.
Dare I say. If you could just teach Jaylen Brown how to go left, man.
Bro, teach him how to go right and not dribble through 8 people.
I don't understand how you can be in the NBA and not be able to dribble with both hands.
I don't know either. I don't get it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Close us out.
Steven, like we said, thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
My guy.
Appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely. So, hey, as always, hop down there. We always want to hear from you guys in these comments. Hit that like button if you like this thing. Subscribe if you're not already. Notify. Share these videos out there in the community so more people can view our content. Hey, guys, as always, Corey, peace out, bro.
Peace.